I'm the host of Fuckboys of Literature. This is what I hope will be the first of a weekly series of book recommendations. And hopefully, since you guys all follow and like Fuckboys of Literature, you'll like each other's book recs. These came in from over Twitter, where you can follow us on @fuckboysoflit. Remember, that's BOIS. And I've got a couple of different book recommendations for you this week. So here they are. I'm going to read them off of my computer, which is over here, which is why I'm not making eye contact with you right now, or when I'm reading them. And hopefully you will like them. The first up is from my friend Rachel, who I've been friends with from blogs and Twitter for a billion years now. She recommends the book Less by Andrew Sean Greer. Funny, poignant, and starring a gay, aging wannabe fuckboy. Now, we haven't done a lot of LGBT fuckboys yet, but we have a couple of different episodes coming up. Benjamin replied with, "I'm reading The Secret History of Wonder Woman and it's fascinating." And if you know anything at all about Wonder Woman, you know kind of what he's hinting at, and definitely pick that up. I actually have a Wonder Woman compendium on the shelves right behind me, and I have not read it yet, even though I really, really want to. Wonder Woman, obviously, the movie spoke to me a lot a couple of years ago, and I can't wait for the next one to come out. The next recommendation is from the display name Star Trash, which is such a fantastic display name, and the handle On Dean in Space. Future Home of the Living God is incredible, and based on the title, it doesn't sound like a book I would want to read, so I read the synopsis instead, and it sounds amazing. I'm so excited for this recommendation. I cannot wait to read this when I am done with some of the required reading for books that I have for the podcast coming up. Jamal says, Phantom Tollbooth. Fun fact, I've never read the entire thing, only excerpts of it in textbooks when I was a kid. Seems super odd, but never got around to the actual book. Now, Phantom Tollbooth is on this shelf behind me. It's one of my favorite books. I love it, and I don't think there's any fuckboys in it, but I'll have to do a video about it soon because honestly, I love it so much. It's an absolute classic. If you haven't read it, even when you were a kid, read it now. It won't take you very long because it is a book for like elementary schoolers. And the final recommendation is from handle D. Louipold, which I'll screen grab for you so you know how to spell it. They recommend just finished 2 books about punk music and social change. Girls to the Front, The True Story of the Riot Girl Revolution by Sarah Marcus, and Burning Down the House, Punk Rock Revolution and the Fall of the Berlin Wall by Tim Moore. Those sound fantastic. We don't do an awful lot of nonfiction on the podcast, but maybe we'll do more once we learn more about historical figures and things like that. So those are book recommendations from people who follow us on Twitter @fuckboysoflit. You can keep in touch with books that we're going to be covering on the podcast by visiting fuckboysoflit.com. There's a calendar right on the homepage there where you can check out what's coming up on our schedule. I fill it in as soon as I know who's going to be airing when, so you can keep in touch with our reading list. And be sure to visit us on fuckboysoflit.com for different ways to listen and subscribe to the podcast. We are on iTunes, we are on Anchor FM, we are on Spotify, we are on Stitcher, we are obviously on YouTube, and a whole bunch of different ways to listen. Again, I'm Emily Edwards, and thank you so much for checking in. We'd love to see your recommendations in the comments below. Bye. Hey guys, it's Emily Edwards and my cat, Richard.